Life really does just get so much fucking better when you stop overthinking every single little fucking thing. You stop trying to force your opinions and your expectations about how reality should be. You stop trying to micromanage and control everything you think should be. You stop telling the universe, this is how things should be, and you simply allow it to be. Your experience of reality, in my opinion, this is just my opinion, gets way fucking better when you just try to retard max to the max. Most men are trapped in analysis loops, dopamine loops, identity loops, thinking about life instead of living it, watching instead of doing, planning instead of building. But here's the deal, dude. You don't need more inspiration, you simply need momentum. You need to say ready, fire, aim. And if that went over your head, then think about it for a minute. Ready, fire, aim. You go before you are ready. True inspiration and true creativity, true creative inspiration, the depth of the source of the universal mind, giving you inspiration, that is reserved for the action takers. Because why would the universe try to steer a fucking parked car? That's what you're saying when you complain about, the universe should do this. And it's like, the universe will lead you. Your intuition will lead you. If you go into your fucking belly and you ask genuinely true questions and you actually want the fucking answer, the universe will give you those answers. But you have to be the person that when the universe shows you, you'll do it. It's not gonna waste its fucking breath on you if you're not even doing the basic shit that you know you need to be doing, whether you feel like doing it or not. If you're not eating well, sleeping well, keeping on top of your physical and mental health, doing the practices that you need to do to stay in perfect, good, positive spiritual health, you're not avoiding the few things you know you should be. You're staying away from the Miami bimbos. You're staying away from the sketchy websites. You are staying away from drugs and alcohol and nicotine and whatever your current, slew and concoction of vices is. If you honestly think about it, what do I need to avoid? And once I avoid the garbage, what am I supposed to do? That's a pretty fucking simple conversation to have with yourself, my guy. It's not that fucking hard. It takes 20 minutes, maybe an hour max. And if you're really that fucking retarded, go into ChatGPT and ask it to help you out. It's not that hard. You don't need more inspiration. You don't need more information. You do need inspiration, but the inspiration does not come first. You take action first. You cannot feel like cleaning your room and clean your room anyway and do it very well. You cannot feel like going to work. This is a great example. You cannot feel like going into your job, your regular 9-to-5 job for your employer or whenever your schedule is, right? And you're like, fuck, I do not want to do this. And you go in and you do a badass job anyway. You can do that because guess what? You've done it a billion fucking times before. You can do it. That's how you need to be with life. That's where discipline comes in. That's why semen retention isn't the end all be all. It won't by itself fix your life, but it is a practice of discipline. And when you get disciplined with one of the most powerful urges that you can have as a man, one of the most the most powerful desires and cravings that you can have as a man, and you can say, fuck this, I have better shit to do with my time. I have goals and dreams and ambitions and things I want to actualize and things I want to create, things I want to build, people I want to impact. And so I will put this fucking parasite of a distraction, the parasite of lust, to the side, and I will do what I know I need to do, whatever the universe decides for me. And that could be as simple, sorry. My fucking computer's acting up again. And you can put that bullshit to the side. And can you do what you need to do, whether you feel like doing it or not? The things you actually need to focus on. That is when you will actually gain real clarity, real inspiration, because the universe is not going to give it to you before you're ready. You need to prove with the small things that you are capable of holding this inspiration and this dream. before it's going to give you anything more. The men who end up changing their lives are usually not the smartest men in the room. They're the men willing to look stupid long enough to become dangerous. Overthinking is modern paralysis. Most men are not lazy. Most men, and I speak for myself, how I've been in the past, and I still fall into these patterns sometimes, but we, or they, as it were, are overstimulated perfectionists. Every move has to be optimal. Every decision has to be aligned. Every business needs to be the perfect fucking plan. Meanwhile, the years pass. You don't have to know exactly what you're going to do. You don't have to, for example, if you want to go talk to a cute girl, most guys, if I was coaching a dude to like go up to like, he's like, I want to improve my dating life. I'm like, okay, cool. Cute girl. Do you think she's cool? Do you think she has a nice vibe? Yeah, I think that. And then I'm like, okay, go talk to her. Go start a conversation. They can't fucking do it. Why can't they do it? Well, why could I not do it back in the day? It's not that I'm a god at this point, but it's because they're afraid and they're obsessed with saying the perfect thing. But you realize the more you try to grasp for the perfect thing, the more you are saying that you don't trust in your own capabilities to handle whatever situation may present itself. Because you needing the perfect bit of inspiration, the perfect bit of, it has to go this way so that when she says this and I'll say that, using this dating analogy as an example for life, what you are saying is everything has to be perfectly mapped out, because if something outside of your control is presented to you, you don't trust yourself to be able to handle it. You really don't trust yourself that much. Well, then you have a lot of self-reflection to do, and you have a lot of work to do. There's always a better way to do it. And if you're always searching for the best way, the most optimal way, I gotta do it this way because it's like the best. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with using your life wisdom and experience to make better decisions. But there is a point where it kind of flatlines and you reach a point of diminishing returns. At a certain point, you just pick up the fucking dumbbell and you lift the fucking weight. I recommend you could use good form and you really get really good at that. But at a certain point, sometimes those last couple reps, they're going to look fucking shitty. Sometimes you're going to walk up to the girl, you're going to look like a fucking doofus, and you're like, hey, you know what? You're really cute. And I don't know if you have a boyfriend, but like, we should hang out sometime. You like coffee or you're more of a tea person? Maybe we'll grab a smoothie. What do you think? It's not fucking rocket science, man. Like, but if you're like, hi, my coach told me to say this line. Like, you get my point. The more perfect, the more optimal you try to be, you paralyze yourself with fear. You paralyze yourself with the thinking of the mind. The more you get fucking retarded, you act like a fucking idiot and you say, ready, boom. And then you aim and you course correct based on your mistakes. You simply take action before you feel ready. That is where true creativity is birthed. That is where the universe starts to really trust you with giving you divine inspiration. It helps you feel things from your intuition, where you can go into your belly and you can start to very really and subtly ask yourself, or ask the universe or your higher self, as it were, what am I supposed to do? And it will give you a real answer. And I don't even know how to say it better than that, because I know it's a little bit abstract. It's like, just so you just do what you want. That's just an excuse to do what you want. No. I'm talking about like real divine inspiration. That's where the universe starts to trust you with these divine downloads and inspirations. When it sees that you're actually a person that, if it would show it to you, you would actually take the action. You would actually take the inspiration and you would actualize it. Why is the universe going to use you as a vessel if you're showing that you're a fucking shitty vessel with a bunch of leaks in it, a bunch of holes? If you're a pot with a hole, why is the universe going to put water into you? Something to think about. The internet these days has rewarded spectatorship. Research becomes emotional coping. Men mistake intelligence for movement. Just because you intellectually understand something doesn't mean you're actually doing it. Most guys who pursue, semen retention, holding their balls in, they know all the science, they know all about the benefits and this, that, but you ask them how many days they've only, the most they can get is 10 days at a time. And believe me, like I say in every single fucking video, I'm not some sort of guru who's preaching from his ivory tower. I'm a dude with, crazy hormones, and I fall back into patterns of lust. But all that to say, there's a point where you just stop trying to understand everything intellectually with your mind because you're so fucking smart. Yeah, because you're so fucking smart, because I'm so fucking smart. Dude, I'm a fucking idiot who just yaps on camera for a couple minutes because, what else am I gonna do? But sometimes you just stop trying to intellectually understand everything and you just fucking do it. You just fucking do it. You get sober, you let your fucking balls fill, and you go to the gym, and you build that business, and you record that video, and you do whatever the fuck else you have to do. You go work a solid 40 hours for your employer, you build that business, whatever you're doing, right? Everybody has their own pursuits and hobbies and yada, yada, yada. And I know you, man. You're on this side of the internet watching this type of content. You're not a fucking idiot. I know I'm kind of making a meme out of like, you're an idiot, so just like act like an idiot and take action anyway. But you're not. You're really smart. Which is why you overthink everything, because you think that if you force enough power and energy into your mind, you can micromanage reality and get the outcome you want. But what you're going to learn very, very quickly, or maybe it'll take a long time for you to learn this, hopefully sooner than later, and hopefully not the hard way, but we as humans tend to learn the hard way or the harder way. So you're probably going to learn the harder way. At least I'm speaking from personal experience. Even when you get your way, what you think you want, I want this. That's not what you want. The universe really knows. It really knows what's better for you. As I believe it says in Jeremiah, the book of Jeremiah, in the Holy Scriptures, that is the Bible. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to help you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a fucking future. You think that the universe doesn't have this shit handled? Do you think before you incarnated into this reality, you were a soul? At some point, people want to talk about what happens after you die. Nobody wants to have a conversation about what happened before you were here. Where the fuck were you before you were existing as a human being on this planet? That is a real fucking conversation. Do you think there was a moment where you didn't sit there, you think about, what do I want for this incarnation? How do I want to structure this experience of being a human to teach myself the best? And then you, with your little fucking stupid monkey brain that you have as a human, you're like, no, but I know better. Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth, dude. And I say this as somebody who has severe OCD. So I over-obsess and overthink about everything. And I like to micromanage everything because I think I can control this. So a big theme for me, that's been a big theme for me in the past year and will continue to be a theme for the next couple of years, hopefully not longer than that, right? But is about letting go. It's really about letting go and learning to shut up and trust the fucking universe, because you cannot micromanage this stuff, man. You cannot micromanage this stuff. You shut the fuck up, you retardmaxx, you get sober, you let your balls fill, and you do what you gotta do whether you feel like doing it or not. And it really is that fucking simple. Because you're like, well, what about this specific question that I have, Andrew? Answer that for me. You're not an idiot. You can figure that out. And the reason you're asking me that question or anybody else on the internet or in real life is because you don't want to take responsibility for the fact that you are not willing to put in the hard fucking sucky ass work that it takes to reach your potential and grow. Because you want to stay comfortable and you want to stay weak. And the system has bred you to not think for yourself and outsource your power to other people. And even your own thoughts, man. You give over your power. You know what? Honestly, internally, is what you're saying to yourself. I know what I need to do. But this thought came along and is convincing me to not take action because this fear and we should do it this way. Because if you go into your full power, your higher self, and you say, what the fuck do I need to do? The first thought that you know you need to do, you shut up, you fucking do it. You do not question your intuition. You do not question the universe. How dare you question God himself? How dare you question your higher self, your intuition? Because guess what? You don't have to listen to the yappy fucking thoughts of the devil. The yappy fucking thoughts of your overthinking mind that wants to micromanage everything. You know why? You are a god, and you're just pretending you're not. So when you have that divine inspiration, don't question it, man. Do not question it. Because momentum creates clarity, not the other way around. Learn more from 30 days. You learn more from 30 days of action than 3 years of consuming content. That one hits hard, man. The man willing to move imperfectly destroys the man waiting for certainty. Just when you overthink things, you just move too fucking slow. You really do. Overthinking is like a form of distraction. And what we know about distraction is that your life force gets leaked when you are distracted. It scatters your perspective. It scatters your energy. Your perspective on life, your clarity, you're supposed to be focused, you're supposed to be locked in and just dumping and pouring your energy into the couple of things that actually matter. But when you are distracted by trivial fucking things, distractions, trivial fucking thoughts that do not truly matter, your life force gets leaked. It is being leaked. Your life force, your energy, your prana, your focus, your conscious attention, sorry, I'm spitting on the fucking mic, is being leaked into distraction. A fried nervous system creates hesitation. Cheap dopamine destroys decisive action. Porn, weed, endless scrolling, junk food, constant stimulation, none of these things are bad per se. I've smoked weed in the past. I scroll on YouTube shorts. I'm probably gonna eat some junk food tonight. Like, seriously, no cap. Like, I literally am probably gonna eat some junk food later. I stimulate myself sometimes. Guess what? I'm the semen retention guy, but I watch porn sometimes. I'm not saying it's a positive thing. I'm just being honest. But these things, porn, weed, endless scrolling, junk food, constant stimulation, nicotine, alcohol, other drugs, the whole fucking shebang. They create a state of distraction where your energy is scattered and your energy is leaked, and it gets you in a state of low energy. It puts you in a state of low energy. And low energy creates low courage. Retention and sobriety, retention as in the semen retention, the retention, and that semen retention paired with sobriety increases internal pressure and drive. That is really my favorite thing about semen retention paired with sobriety, because you just get clarity and clearness paired with an insatiable hunger, a drive. There's really no benefit. I mean, there's a lot of benefits to semen retention, and that's up for discussion. But my favorite benefit that is generated within my system that comes with semen retention is this just insane pressure. It feels like anger, but it's drive, it's hunger. It's the desire and the passion and just the palate to want to taste life and create. And that's my favorite thing that I get from semen retention, but I'm digressing at this point. When your balls fill and your mind clears, action becomes unavoidable. Because guess what? Energy has to go somewhere. Energy wants direction. So you feel that energy, you pair that with the inspiration that you've gotten from the universe, and you fucking, right away, you take action, no questions asked. And then anything you weren't sure about, you will eventually hit a wall and you will need some inspiration, and the universe will see that you are taking action, and it will show you exactly what you need to do. And I speak from experience. I know whereof I speak, because God is looking out for you, man. And you can take that or leave it, but that's simply my opinion. The universe will never leave you hanging. It will never leave you hanging out to dry. It will only challenge you and trust, or it will only challenge you and test you with as much as you are able to bear. Physically, energetically, spiritually, psychologically. It will never put more on your plate than you are ready for. So simply get sober. You let your balls fill, your retardmaxx, and you just get fucking stupid. You act like an idiot. and you take action anyway. Whether you feel inspired, whether you feel like doing it or not, you bring the energy, you do your fucking best. Because that energy needs direction, and you, whether you want to admit it or not, you'll come to this realization one day, you are a god. You are God of your reality. And the only reason you believe you are not is because you are playing a game with yourself. You are playing a game where you are pretending you are not the creator of your reality. Because taking responsibility for the fact that you create your own fucking perception of your reality and your own perception of life and your own experience of this world and the universe in the third dimensional realm, that realization takes a lot of fucking self-responsibility, and nobody wants to take self-responsibility. You know why? Because everybody's fucking, they're lazy. They're lazy, and they are in a victim mindset because the system has convinced them that they are puny little pawns on a chessboard and they cannot do anything, and resistance is futile. You shut up, you little piggy, you eat your pig slop, you stare at your screen, you rot away in your fucking little matrix pod and get cancer and shrivel up and die. That's what the system controls you to be. And I'm here to speak against that. I am here to wake you the fuck up whether you like it or not. And if you don't like that, that's okay. Because a bunch of people that are asleep yelling and being angry at a person who's awake and says, guys, I don't need anything from you. Just wake the fuck up. Wake the fuck up! I don't need anything from you. Just realize your own power. Stop turning to me as a guru. Stop turning to the government. Stop turning to these other consecrators. None of the people can give you the answers that you need. It is all found within. It is all coming from your higher self, from God. You are one with the Father, as Jesus said. You hold the power. And if you think you don't have the power, that's simply you giving up your power. You are a God. So own it and stop overthinking everything. Thank you. I will see you in the next video. Peace.